first topic I want to talk about really quick before we get into some other things is that I don't like bitch ass niggas. And the reason why I want to start off with that is because
game is about helping us learn the rules of manhood. And a lot of times what happens is we don't fully believe in the rules. We don't fully believe in the information.
You cannot fear rejection.
We got to stand on business out there, meaning that the bitches ain't gonna even fuck with me if they don't think that I'm willing to go the distance behind some shit.
everybody in this room, if you had a bitch ass moment, raise your hand.
When I say I am, I want you to say a motherfucking man. I am a motherfucking man.
Like I said, y'all should have bitches. I'm amazed. It's a struggle for some of y'all.
Once you find something that you're into, it comes before everything else. And then even when you deal with a woman who's into you, she has to compete with that thing, whatever the fuck that is, right?
Stand up if you believe in fear. Stand up right now. Everybody stand the fuck up.
You know, I say bitch a lot and nigga a lot, but, you know, it's with good intention and a lot of love in it and whatnot.
If I'm feeling insecure, is this really me, or did somebody teach me how to feel this way?
I am a motherfucking man.
Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Yo, we here. What's poppin', what's good? And my fucking sound effects is acting crazy again today. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to today's show, guys. It's gonna be crazy. I just want to say before I start this, I'm gonna talk about how I got women to cheat on their boyfriends and husbands. But what I want you guys to do is don't do this. Okay. I'm just talking about, how I did this and how it was possible. But the point of this video actually isn't to show you how I do it. The point of this video really is to get you guys to not be worried about women cheating on you. And what I mean by that is that I want you guys to have an understanding and a perspective and understand that, there's really nothing you can do to 100% guarantee that the woman's not going to cheat. You understand? We're going to get into that a little bit later, but basically this show is really just to get you guys to not worry about cheating. Right. And the thing is that, we did a video yesterday when we were talking about that guy, Omale or whatever his name is, the dude, the Nigerian artist or whatever, and he had the chick on the stage and he was doing all the crazy shit and even the shit that Usher was doing with Alicia Keys and so forth and so on, shit like that. And a lot of guys, they felt some type of way, when it came to this. And guys, I'm going to keep the phone lines off for a second because I want to get through this because all the stuff I'm going to say is very important so that you guys can understand this. And then we're going to open up the phone lines. But what I wanted to say is that a lot of guys have this fear of their woman cheating on them and getting with another guy and stuff like that, right? And what most guys are looking for is some way to, stop that from happening, or they want to control a dynamic in a way where they can say, well, if I do this and this, then I can stop this from happening. And what I want you to understand is that you can't stop what is going to happen from happening. You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to understand why as I break this down when I talk about, how I got women to cheat on their boyfriends and husbands. Now, this is the thing. I don't do this anymore. This is stuff that I did a lot in, my mid-20s, late 20s, a few in the early 30s, but I stopped. And, one of the reasons why I stopped, truthfully, is because most dudes out here is bitch ass niggas. You feel what I'm saying? So instead of just understanding that their girl cheated on them and just keeping it moving, they're the type of guys who would probably, want to fight and do all this other dumb shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because, they got a tender dick and they got a tender heart and they feel some type of way. Right. So but what I want you guys to understand what I'm talking about in this program is I want you guys to have a certain level of understanding so you can free yourself from the anxiety of worrying about your woman cheating. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was getting comments the other day where these guys are like, Lucario, man, you and Miles, you guys, y'all have a different type of lifestyle. And, we just want a nice monogamous relationship. And, you guys keep talking about all this other stuff. And, we got to start shaming these women for cheating. And maybe if you shame them, then they'll stop doing it. And we got to create a culture where, women aren't going to do these types of things and so forth and so on. And what I want you guys to understand is that you can't stop the woman from cheating, right? You can't do it. Now, let's get into this. Let's get all the way into this, right? Now, before I tell you how I did it, I'm going to, slowly, go through what we're talking about so you really, really get what I'm saying. Now, you keep hearing me saying that you can't stop the woman from cheating, right? Just like a woman can't stop you from cheating. Now, what happens is this. A lot of guys will say this, Lucario, it's because you're dealing with certain types of women. You're dealing with different types of women. There are women who don't cheat, Lucario, right? They'll say there are women who don't cheat. Now, see, that is the incorrect statement. See, cheating is not this thing that comes through and then it passes through. Like, oh, cheating was here. She didn't do it and now it's gone forever. No, the correct thing to say is there are women who haven't cheated. You understand? So it's not that a woman doesn't cheat. There are just women who haven't cheated because if the right circumstance came along, they would cheat. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that, she doesn't cheat. No, she just hasn't cheated. Right? Now that could be correct. You could meet a woman who's just never cheated. That's just what it is. But that doesn't mean that she's not going to cheat at some point. Because what happens is that what people don't understand is that we're all susceptible to doing the things that we say we would never do. Because based on the circumstance, that can cause you to do those things. So even though you feel like, I would never do this, I would never do that, I'm not that type of person, so forth and so on, you never fucking know. You understand what I'm saying? You never know. Because what happens is that all that needs to happen is that woman just needs to be in a particular circumstance and situation, and that will actually cause her to do the thing that she said she would never do. Think about it this way. I'm sure a lot of you saw that movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise. In the movie, right? And this is spoiler. You should have saw this years ago. But anyway, in the movie, he's a cop or whatever it is. Exactly, April. Haven't cheated yet. Exactly, right? That's the thing, right? So he's a cop, and in the movie, he sees crimes in the future. And so while he's looking at the crimes and they see the crimes in the future, so they stop the crime before it can happen. Then while he's looking on his screen to look at all the crimes, he sees himself in the future killing some dude, right? So he's confused. He's like, why would I do that? Why would I just randomly kill some guy? And so he doesn't believe it that he would actually do that. Basically, he's like, I wouldn't do that. Then as the movie goes on, something happened where I think the guy, I can't remember exactly what it was. Either the guy kidnapped his son or he thought the guy molested his son or some shit like that. And then at that very moment, Tom Cruise is like, oh shit, I'm about to kill this man. So he thought he would have never done that, but the circumstance and the situation made him say, oh shit, you know what? I'm actually going to do the thing I thought I would never do. And it's the same thing with cheating. So guys like to think, oh, there's these girls over here that don't cheat and that's never going to happen. And then these other girls over here that Mr. Locario's talking about that's cheating. So Mr. Locario doesn't understand because there's these girls over here that don't cheat. No, they haven't cheated yet. Now, doesn't mean that they will ever cheat. Who knows? Who knows what the circumstances may bring? What I'm saying is that they just haven't cheated. Doesn't mean they won't. So there is no girl or woman where she's just like, well, I don't cheat. You don't know. You might. And you might not. But what I'm saying is that you are not shielded from the situation of you not cheating, period. But see, this is what a lot of guys would like to say to themselves to make themselves feel better about the situation. You want to say this to yourself so that you feel good about the fact, oh, well, you know, she's not a cheater, so I don't have to worry about her. Whereas these other hoes over here, they're cheaters, right? No, that's not how it is. Every woman has the capacity to cheat just like every man does. You see what I'm saying? So I want you guys to understand this shit right now. Let's get into why, you know, the woman would cheat. And then we're going to go into how I was able to do this, because this is something that I started to pick up on and learn when it comes to the game and all this other stuff. Now, let's look at this from a bird's eye view, right? What you have to understand is that the reason why I was talking about earlier is that the reason why you can't stop your girl from cheating is because everything your girl does is based on her own selfishness. I've talked about this before. Just like everything you do is based on your own selfishness. Everything any person does, right? And let's talk about relationships, is based on their own selfishness. So for example, if you're dating a girl or you have a girlfriend or a wife, you chose to fuck with that woman because that's the type of woman that you were interested in some form of fashion. You didn't date her or fuck her or make her your girl just to do a favor to her. No, it was because you wanted it. Same thing with your girl. Your girl chose you because she wanted you. She didn't choose you as a favor to you. She's only there because she benefits from being with you. Okay? I'm saying it again. The only reason your girl is with you, only reason a girl is dating you is because she benefits from dealing with you, meaning that her own selfish desires are being met. Right? Now, what you have to understand is that in all these other aspects of life, right? You are doing things and involving yourself in things because you want to do those things, period. It's not about anybody else. You're doing it because you want to do it. So your girl is doing the same thing. Now, what happens is that when we talk about things outside of boyfriend, girlfriend, man, woman type of relationship, in other aspects of your girl's life, she's able to do all of the things she wants. And what I mean by that is this. If your girl goes to a shoe store, right, and she sees a pair of red heels, she's going to say, oh, I want that. And then she sees another pair of black heels, And then she's going to say, I also want this. So she wants this and that. Okay, so she can get the red ones and she can get the black ones. So she's getting everything she wants based on her own selfish desire, right? So she can get this and that. In any other aspect of it, she says, you know what? I want to go and, get some pasta for dinner. I want to get this and I want to get some ice cream later. So she's getting this and that. She's getting the pasta and the ice cream. She says, you know what? I want to go to Spain for a vacation. And then I also want to go to New York to visit New York. So she wants this, which is Spain, and she wants also that, which is New York. So she gets this and that, right? When your girl first started dating you, right? She was dating you, which is she wanted this, which is you. And she was most likely dating another guy, meaning the first few weeks y'all were dating, she wanted you, which is this, and she also wanted that, which was the other guy. So she was getting this and that. She was getting you and the other guy, right? So the whole dynamic of getting this and that is always going to be within her, no matter what. She's always going to want this and that. She wants the red hills and the black hills. She wants the pasta. She wants the ice cream, right? She wants to travel here. She wants to travel there. She's getting this and that. Now, understand that dynamic never goes away of wanting this and that, because everything she wants is based on what is going to benefit her. Now, understand we're talking about the concept of getting this and is the key word, that, this and that. Now, what happens when you choose to be in a monogamous relationship, right? Think about this. What happens when you choose to be in a monogamous relationship? When you choose to be in a monogamous relationship, you can't have this and that. It has to be this or that. Follow me here. When you choose to be in a monogamous relationship, you have to choose this or that. You can't have this and that. You have to choose this or that. You understand? So what happens is that when that girl is dating you and she's dating the other guy, she has this and that. But then when she's going to be in a monogamous relationship, what does she has to do? She has to choose this or that. You follow me here, right? Now, once she's in that monogamous relationship with you, she chose you. So she chose this, which is you, instead of that, which is the other guy. But understand her desire to have this and that is still within her. Okay? Follow what I'm saying. So what happens is that a lot of you guys believe that when a woman gets with you, right, her desire for this and that goes away. No, it's still there. It's still there. You understand what I'm saying? It is still there. This is why, for example, you have someone like an Ayesha Curry who is with Steph Curry, who's rich. He got the looks, money, status, famous basketball player, all of this. And what does she say on the red tape? You know, I just still want some more attention. I wish guys would check me out and do whatever. She wanted this and that, but she had to choose this or that. She had to choose this, which is Steph Curry, or the other stuff. She chose Steph Curry. But even though she chose Steph Curry, she wanted this and that still. And see, this is the thing that you guys don't understand and you don't want to adhere to. See, what happens is that you assume that because the woman chose to be with you, she still does not want that over there. And that's where you're wrong. See, she's choosing to be with you, but she still wants that. Now, this is what happens with monogamy. So what happens is that the reason why she's in that monogamous relationship with you is because she had to choose this or that. She had to choose this, which is you, or that, which is something else. So she said in her mind, choosing this, which is you, is more beneficial to her than choosing that, which is whatever this is. You understand? She thought choosing you
would be more beneficial to her than choosing whatever that is over there because she had to make a choice. Now, this is the thing that you guys got to understand. Like I said, her desire to have both, right, is going to still be there. It's going to still be there, right? But this is the key. This is what you got to understand. So what happens is that when she realizes, okay, well, I chose this and I'm in this monogamous relationship, right? What she realizes is that now she's in a situation where she knows that she can't have both. She has to choose one. She has to choose one. Now, her choice of being with you in that monogamous relationship is because she thought choosing you was better and more beneficial than choosing whatever was over here. Right? So she could say something like, well, you know, this guy over here is going to give me security, you know, consistency. I really like him, whatever. Anything, whatever she's thinking, this is you over here is the choice she made versus over here. Because she thought this choice was better than this choice. Right? So that's the thing. Now, and what happens is this, is that a lot of times when people are in these monogamous relationships, they think there's this invisible field, you know, invisible force field around them that nothing can penetrate. Well, that's my girl and I'm her man and we're together. And so they think that nothing can penetrate that. But what happens is that what can penetrate that is that she still will have the desire for this and that. You understand? And this is where I come in and guys like me come in to get your girl to cheat on you. Now we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of this shit. Okay, let's go in. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Hold on, let me fix my shit real quick because I gotta fix my shit real quick. Hold on, give me a second. I just want to fix my sound effects. Make sure that we on point. Let me see if my sound effects is working. Okay, cool. Now we're in the sound effects. Now, with all that being said, I want you to remember what I said earlier because I'm going to show you how I got women to cheat on their boyfriends and husbands. Now, remember, guys, listen, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm looking y'all straight in the camera. Do not do what I'm telling you. Okay? Do not do it. I'm just trying to show you what I'm doing to illustrate why your girl would cheat on you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do not do this. I'm begging you, do not do this shit. Because what I'm about to tell you is some heavy ass game. Okay? Do not do this. All right? Just make me a promise y'all ain't gonna do this shit. All right? Cool. Now, so this is how I got women to cheat on their boyfriends. And just easily, this is so easy. So easy. This is so easy. I actually feel bad even saying this. I'm like, should I even do this? I'm like, God damn it. I should have never even decided to do this, but fuck it. We here. We about to make it go down. Fuck it. We about to do this. Let's make it happen. Now, let me get some water real quick. They saying they promise no days off. He's like, I'm doing it.
Do it. Just do it.
All right, I'm going to do it. Here we go. So basically what it is this, right? This is how I got women to cheat on their boyfriends and husbands, right? Now, remember I said that when a woman is in a monogamous relationship, right? She has to choose this or that. And remember I said she chose this, which is you, because that was more better, or it was better or beneficial to her. It was a thing that she saw as beneficial or something that was better than choosing that over here. Right? Now, the way that I was able to get women to cheat on their boyfriends or husbands easily is that when I would talk to these women and interact with these women who had boyfriends and husbands, all that happened is that I influenced this woman to get her on her own. Now, keyword is on her own, because I'm not even making her do this. I'm just saying that I'm doing this in the sense of saying the language, but she's doing this on her own. But I've influenced the woman to see me as a better option than her man. Because remember, when you're in a monogamous situation, you have to choose this or that. You can't have both. So what that means is you have to choose one over the other. So all I basically did was, and this is something that I didn't even pick up on until later on, all I did was that I influenced her to see me as better than her man. Right now, and this is real simple. This is real simple. Right now, this is the thing. What you have to understand is that when a woman is cheating on her man, the woman is opening up the situation to happen. She's opening up the situation for the guy to come in and to make the cheating happen. Now, what I mean by that is this. So my brother, I remember my stepbrother, he said something, I thought this was very profound. I was like, this is so true. He said, when it comes to cheating, because people think cheating is just, oh, we just fucking. We just had sex. No, cheating starts way before that. And I remember my brother told me he said cheating, if you're cheating on your girlfriend or your girlfriend's cheating on you or whatever it is, cheating is when you're doing something, right, with another person that you would feel that is disrespectful, or you would feel uncomfortable doing that in front of your girl, or your girl doing that in front of you. So anything you're doing with another person that you wouldn't do in front of the person that you're with, that's cheating. So for example, if I go up to a woman and I'm just having a conversation, but I'm flirting with her heavy and she's flirting back, she's already cheating. Why? Because if her man was there, she wouldn't be flirting with me. Get it? If I'm talking to a woman and I'm having a conversation with her, I'm flirting with her, and I sort of like touch her hand and now we're holding hands, she's cheating. Why? Because if her man was there, she wouldn't be holding my hand. Get it? So what happens is a lot of times your women are cheating on you even before sex happened. Do you understand? So if your girl is on a girl's night out with her girlfriend or whatever, and some dude is all up on her, spitting all that hot shit in her ear, spitting that yak and all that, and she's giggling and all this other shit, and she's doing all of that, and she's flirting back with him and all that, she's cheating. And what happens is she's opening up the situation for things to continue and to progress. You understand? So when Aisha Curry was talking about, oh, I want all that attention, I want attention from other guys, that was her opening up the situation for cheating. Do you understand what I'm saying? You said even if she gives another guy her phone number, there's nothing you can do, right? Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't do anything. I'm gonna get to that in a second, right? So what happens is that the woman is basically opening up the situation for cheating. So what happened is that I would see a woman, let's make this easy, because what I'm going to talk about is a combination of things I used to do with a lot of different women, because there's too many situations to, go through all of them. So I'm going to basically give you the footnotes of what usually would happen. So let's say I was at a bar or an event. I might be at a networking event or something. Right? Let's say it's a networking event. And I would see a woman who has a wedding ring on her finger. So I already know she's married. Right? So we're at this networking event. People are networking, drinking, having a good time, interacting with each other. So what happens is I would go and talk to this woman, right? And one of the first things I would say, or I would bring up, and I would bring up the fact that she's married. Like I would have that conversation first. Like I would bring that shit up out in the open first. Like I want that on the table so that premise is already established, that we both know that this is the situation. So she doesn't even have to tell me she's married. I see the ring and I'm bringing it up. So for example, I would be at a networking event and I would talk to her, hey, how you doing? How's your night going? And, I might talk to her for maybe a minute about the event and what she does and what I do and all this other stuff. Then what I would say to her is I'll say some shit like, so how long have you been married? Right? Now, from the point where I bring up the marriage and she starts talking about her marriage, from that point, right, I start to move the conversation and the interaction forward to where I'm taking it in a direction to where I'm flirting, I'm building sexual tension. And if she allows that to happen, then essentially in most cases, what she's saying is that she's cool with this going in that direction. Now, this is the thing. Sometimes women will do this because they like the attention. Remember, they want this and that. She wants her man, you feel what I'm saying? But she also likes the attention this new guy, which is me, is giving her. Shout out to Miles in the building. So she wants her man, but she also wants this new guy, which is me, to give her that attention. Now, what happens is this. Sometimes what women will do is, you know, they'll just use a guy for attention because she's like, oh, this guy is giving me attention. I feel good. It's feeding my ego. But see, I know better than that because I have game. So I know how to figure out if a chick is, you know, just trying to use me for attention or if we could take it further. So now what happens is there are times where I would talk to women and yes, some of them would just be liking the fact that I'm giving them attention, flirting with them so they can go home feeling good and all that other stuff, right? But more times than not, what will happen is that the flirty attention would turn into her flirting back with me. But remember, we've already established that I know she's married. So what happens is she's flirting with me, knowing she told me that she's married and knowing that I know she's married. So she's already cheating at this point. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, she's already doing something that she knows she shouldn't be doing, because if her man was standing right there, she wouldn't be flirting with me the way she's flirting with me. Right now, this is where it gets deeper. This is where it gets deeper. Right? And again, guys, don't do this. I'm going to tell you, don't do this. This is where it gets deeper. This is how I would get the woman to basically see me in certain situations as a better option to deal with than her man. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean she's going to leave her man. But what happens is that dealing with me in the capacity that I'm setting up for it to go down, what happens is that in that moment, it feels like it's a better choice for her to cheat than not cheat. You understand? And this is real simple, but I'm going to give you an example of how to do this. So basically what I do is this, right? So when I'm talking to the woman, right? And let's say I'm having that conversation, oh, how long have you been married? And then what I do is that I get into a conversation and I ask her about her husband and all that other shit. Right? So now what happens is that she'll tell me something about her husband and her situation. And then I would tell her something about my situation with women. Now, what will happen is that, and this is very subtle, and so this hits her subconsciously, but it's very subtle, right? What will happen is that she would tell me something about her husband. I would tell her something about a chick that I'm dealing with or a girlfriend or whatever it is, right? And whatever she's telling me about her husband, right? What I would tell her about my situation would always seem better than her husband's situation with her. So for example, let's say I asked her, so what you guys do on your first date? And let's say she says this, and this is the key. And this is what I want to say before I get into all that. Another thing I want to tell y'all is that most guys, and this is why it was so easy for me to get women to cheat on their man, is because most guys are beta. And most guys are guys that women are in relationships with, where the woman is running the show. She doesn't really respect her man that much and so forth and so on. So this is why it was even easier, because she's like, this guy's kind of a loser. You know, I let him sleep on the couch and whatever. It's that type of vibe. But anyway, so she would tell me a story about her situation, and I would tell her a story about my situation. So for example, I would say, so what'd you guys do on your first date? And then let's say she said, for example, oh, our first date was cool. But what was weird was like, he didn't know which place to pick. So he was a little bit like indecisive. And then I told him a place that I knew. And, then we got there. And when the check came, he didn't realize, he didn't know if he had enough money, but then, they did his card and it declined. But then the second card, it did what it did, but it was kind of funny or whatever it is like that. So basically she's telling me her story about her man. So basically what is she telling me? He's not a leader. He's kind of all over the place and all these other things. And she's telling me this, and this is the thing. It's easy to get women to explain these things because women like to talk, right? So now I would be listening to the story. I'll be laughing. I'm like, oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. This is very interesting. Right. And then I would proceed and say, what I say. And I'm like, that's interesting. There was a woman that I went out on a date with last week. Very, very cool chick. And, what I did was I set up a time and place for her to meet me at this bar that I like. And it's a really cool bar, really good bartender. Me and him were really cool. We came through. He gave me my usual. She got a drink. We were talking about this. She was like bugging out, having a great time. And it was just really, really exciting because, and what was weird was on the date, she told me that I was the first guy that she's ever met off a dating app without having to have a long conversation. She said that she just knew there was something interesting about me that she wanted to explore. Right. So now look at my story versus her story. So now what happens is I'm not telling her I'm better than her man. I'm not saying, hey, look, I'm better than your man. The story is telling her I'm better than her man. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not sitting there trying to point things out. I'm just having the conversation and she comes to her own conclusion. Do you understand? See, let me explain something to you guys when it comes to game. So what happens is that a lot of times the way that you influence people, right? You said, so you lied. No, I'm telling her exactly what I did. That's what I did. It wasn't a lie. It was the truth. I'm telling her the exact story. That's what I'm trying to say. And we're going to get to that in a second. So what happens is that when it comes to game, when it comes to influence, it's about a person interacting with you, viewing you, and engaging with you, and then them in their own mind coming to the conclusion of how cool you are, and sometimes how much cooler you are in relation to them, or how much cooler you are in relation to their situation. So again, like I said, she's thinking about this and that. So this is her man, but that is me. And right now, within that just one story, I'm winning. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, from when we step back, she's looking at like, damn, this guy's cooler than my man. Right now, think about it this way. I just want to illustrate it so you guys understand. Let's say, for example, I met a person and that person said to me, hey, I sell books. Like I write books and I sell them. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And they tell me, yeah, I wrote a few books. And what I do is I go out in the city. I have a table. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude 1950 in the building. So let's say this person tells me, hey, I write books. And what I do is I have a table that I set up, in the city. And I go there from about like 10 a.m. to about 8 p.m. And I stand outside all day and I sell my books. Right. And so they're telling me this is the story of how they sell their books. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's interesting. And then let's say I tell them, hey, you know what? That's cool. What's actually interesting is I sell books too. And this is what I do. I have a website and I put my book on the website and I just pay for ads to get hits to the website. So now I sell lots of books in my sleep. You understand? It's really fun. It's a really cool thing. Like I really like my website. I sell a lot of cool books on my website while I sleep. I sometimes I just stay home and watch movies and people are buying my books online. I don't even have to leave the house. Now, did I tell this guy that my way of selling books is more efficient than his way? Or did he pick up that my way is more efficient? So I didn't say, hey guy, I got a cooler way to sell books than you. Check this out. I didn't say that. I'm just telling him the story just like he told me the story. But what he's going to pick up on, he's going to be like, damn it, Locario's doing it better than me. You see? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So he's like, Locario's doing it better than me. And so what happens is that all I'm doing is having the conversation. The conversation is getting the person to pick up on it. Oh shit, this guy, he's cooler. So now what happens is this, right? Let's go back to me talking to the woman and interacting with the woman, right? So what happens is that when I'm talking to this woman, right, and I'm interacting with this woman, remember, she's already flirting with me because I started to flirt with her already. So she's flirting back. So essentially she's telling me and showing me that she's interested in me already. And remember, she told me she has a husband because the wedding ring is already there. I pointed, hey, how long have you been married? We've already been talking about this. So she's flirting with me under the premise of me knowing she's married and her knowing she's a married woman. And remember, like I said earlier, the woman is going to do what she feels benefits her. But remember, she's in a monogamous relationship. So she has to choose this or that. So what does that mean? That means if she chooses that, which is me, to fuck with me, she could potentially lose this, which is her man. See, sometimes what happens is that a woman may not cheat, not necessarily because she doesn't want to, but because she doesn't want to lose this, which is her man. Right? But if I'm in a situation where she has to choose this or that, and that is seeming like a better option than this, then she's going to choose that. Or in other words, if she's with her man and I seem like a better option than her man, she's going to cheat. Get it? But see, what happens is that, remember, I'm not making her cheat, right? I'm just presenting the opportunity for it to happen. She has to still choose it. But why would she choose it? She's choosing it because she wants this and that. She wants her husband because he still gives her the security. She loves him and all that other stuff. But she also wants to fuck me because she's sexually attracted to me in this moment. You understand? Now, what happens is that sometimes a woman will be so sexually attracted that within that moment, it makes more sense for her to fuck the new guy that's trying to fuck her and at the risk of losing her man. You understand? See, logically, you would say, well, why would she fuck this other guy and she could potentially lose her man? It's because within that moment, right? In that moment, that man is more attractive than her boyfriend or husband. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. See, and this is the thing. So what happens is that, you know, a lot of guys, they don't really understand this. So if I'm having these conversations with these women, right? What happens is that I'm not sitting there, you know, trying to brag or trying to, you know, make myself look better. A lot of times what happens too is that just off the strength, usually she already sees me as better than her man. Because like I said, remember, most guys who are in relationships are beta. See, think about it this way. If you're worried about your girl cheating and you're like, I don't want my girl going no girls trips. You know, I don't want my girl on social media. You're one of these type of guys. You're insecure. And then a confident player ass nigga comes around your woman. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? You see what I'm saying? What do you think is going to happen? Because she's going to compare. You understand? And what happens is, check this out. The reason why she cheats is because she wants this and that. Because if she really wanted the other guy, right? And in this scenario, me and her husband. If she really wanted me, she would just leave her man for me. But she's not leaving her man for me. She's going to fuck me and then go see her man. And that's where the cheating happens. Cheating happens because she doesn't want to leave her man. But she also wants to get dick from the new guy. And why does she want this? Because she wants this and that. She wants the black heels and the red heels. She wants to go to Spain and New York. But when you decided to be in a relationship with her, you told her she got to choose. So she chose you. But her choosing you still does not take away her desire to have this and that. So when that comes around, guess what? She's going to fucking cheat. You understand? Abel said, or sometimes she doesn't know if she wants to stay married. Right. That's a fact. So, and so why do I say all this? What does this come to? Where does all of this amount to? Right? Because you're like, okay, Lucari, you're telling us the chick, she's going to want to cheat sometimes or do this because she's attracted to the guy, you know, and she feels like the guy, for some reason, in some form of fashion, is better than her man in comparison. She's in her feelings at that moment, which is why she chooses to fuck the other guy and do all this other stuff. Right? Now, what I want you to take away from what I'm saying, right, is understand that the woman chose you to be her man, or she chose to be with you, I should say, because being with you benefited her. When y'all were first dating and she was dating another guy, she dated you and the other guy because it benefited her. When she got married to you, she said yes to marriage because it benefited her. When she's at that networking event and she meets Mr. Locario and she decides to go into the fucking bathroom or to go back to his place to fuck, is because it benefited her. Right? Now, understand that in all these situations, she did things that benefited her. And understand that nobody, not me, not you, not anybody else, made her do what she did. So me flirting with this woman, I didn't make her fuck me. She did that on her own by choosing what she felt would benefit her at the time. Right? So she's doing that based on her wanting to do it, which also means that you can't stop her from doing it. So the same way where I'm not making her do it, you can't make her stop. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. The same way where I didn't make your girl fuck, you can't make your girl stop fucking. Whether she fucks or not is on her. It's her decision. This is what you guys don't understand. This is why when dudes be like, hey man, how do you get your girl to be okay with like open relationship? And it's, you know, it's open on my end, but it's not open on her end. I don't want her fucking any other guys. Nigga, you can't. Her not fucking another guy has to be her decision. That has to benefit her. You have no control over that. This is what I keep trying to tell y'all. But y'all keep thinking there's this magical thing or a magical way to make her not do it. Now, the thing is, it's less likely your girl would cheat if she feels like, you know, you're so on point that she's like, man, if I cheat on this guy, I might lose him. And I feel he's so on point and I don't want to lose him. But again, that's still her making the decision because it benefits her. She's not cheating out of love for you. she's only not cheating because it benefits her. So simply put, your woman will not cheat if it benefits her, and your woman will cheat if it benefits her. Get it? Now, my thing is this. Understanding this is great news. It's great news. Because guess what? Now you guys don't have to worry. Now you guys don't got to sit there and be like, man, you know, my girl, she told me she want to go on a girls trip. What if she cheats? She might. She might not. Who gives a fuck? You can't do nothing about it. You understand what I'm saying? Why would you waste time and energy worrying about your girl cheating when there's nothing you can do about it? Now, if she cheats, leave. You understand what I'm saying? But there's nothing you can do about it because the point of her doing it is because she wants to do it. You understand? There's no magic formula. There's no techniques. There's no potion. There's no words and spells that you can cast and say to make her not fuck another guy. You can't, it's not going to happen. Because remember, like I said, a lot of times what happens is that these women, they are in situations where she's opening up this situation for it to happen. Remember, when I would talk to these women, like let's say I talk to a chick, right? And I remember I used to do this a lot because I've told y'all on a bunch of occasions, I used to fuck a lot of girls who had boyfriends and husbands and all that other shit. So a lot of times when I would first approach a woman, right? One of the first things I would say or get out the way, if I didn't see that she had a ring on her finger, I'm like, okay, she could either be single or have a boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Joe just said sell a magical form. That's a fact. Like a chick who doesn't have a ring on her finger, she could be single or have a boyfriend. So there'd be times where I would go up to women and I'd be like, hey, how you doing? What you up to tonight? And she'd be like, oh, I'm good. I'm chilling. And then the next thing I would say is, I would say, would your boyfriend be upset if you were talking to me right now? And then the chick would laugh sometimes. And what happened is that at that point, she reveals to me whether or not she has a boyfriend. And then she'd be like, oh, well, you know, I don't think he would be upset. He's at home right now, you know, chilling. He gets off of work, blah, 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 blah. So she's already told me she had a boyfriend. Now, once she's told me she has a boyfriend, if I'm flirting and she's flirting back, she's basically cheating. So it's not going to take much for me to get to the flirting to the fucking, because she's already flirting after she's told me she has a man. Because this is what would need to happen if she wasn't going to cheat. I say to the girl, hey, would your boyfriend be upset if you was talking to me right now? She'd be like, actually, he might, you know, and then I'll be like, oh, really? Right? And then I'll be like, well, listen, how about, you know, me and you get together sometime later on, you know, next week. He ain't got to know about it. And she'll be like, oh, no, I can't do that. You have a good night. And she walks away. That's what would need to happen. But if I'm talking all this shit and she's still giggling, laughing, and flirting back with me, she's cheating. Because remember, she wants this and that. She still likes the attention I'm giving her. She still likes the fact that she got a guy flirting with her. And now what happens is this, and this is the thing you guys don't get. This is why it leads to fucking. Because just because a woman has a boyfriend, right, doesn't mean her sexual attraction to other men disappears. So all I'm doing is I'm giving her an opportunity to be sexual with another man that she might want to be sexual with. And remember, I have game, so I know how to lead her from here to here. You understand? To lead her from here to here. You see what I mean? So what I'm telling you is that the reason why it's so easy to get women to cheat on their boyfriends or husbands is if you understand the concept of a woman still wanting the other thing, right? All you need to understand is you got to give her the opportunity by you being the other thing. See, what most guys who don't have game is what they'll do is they'll see a woman with a ring on her finger and they'll be like, oh, she's married. I shouldn't talk to her. Now, again, I agree. Don't talk to her because you don't want to get no bullshit. But what I'm saying is that in their mind, they're like, oh, she's off limits. I could never fuck her because she has a man. You understand? People said they'll be like, well, Ms. Locar, how can that be? Because my girl hasn't had sex with me in several months. Exactly. That's what'll happen. This is what will happen. So again, this is why I'm saying, guys, this is great news. Because what you got to understand is that if you realize there's nothing you can do to stop cheating, then you will stop worrying about cheating. And then if your girl cheats, all you do is if you find out, you leave her. Simple. But you don't have to waste time, energy. You don't have to try to do things to prevent her from cheating because you can't prevent her from cheating. Especially when there's niggas like me running around. You understand what I'm saying? Especially. Listen, let me tell you guys something. When I was in my mid-20s, nigga, I was a savage. I was a savage. Yeah, let me put on the phone lines. I'm having a call up in a second. Nigga, I was a savage, bro. And I'm telling y'all, don't do this because it's dangerous. I used to do dangerous shit that could have probably got me killed. You understand what I'm saying? So, and what I'm saying is that these women desired to do the things they were doing. So let me open up the phone line real quick. So I learned early on, I was like, oh, so, because this is the thing. I've also had women who were extremely assertive with me at first, and they had a ring on their finger, and they were monogamous. And I would have sex with these women, and they would talk shit about their men. Listen, I used to feel sorry for these niggas. Like the shit that these women would say about their men is atrocious. You understand what I'm saying? Atrocious. Terrible. But let me try to get some calls in here. All right, let's go to we're gonna go to 816. 816 was popping. Who this?
Yeah, this is Aaron in Fan City.
What's 33. Up? What's going on? What's going on? Did you donate though?
Yeah, I'm. Is it all right if I donate right now?
All right, don't donate and then call right back. Donate and then call right back. All right, brother. Appreciate it. All right. So guys, call up 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. You feel what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this is good news. All you guys need to do, you can stop worrying about your girl cheating because you can't do anything about it. You understand what I'm saying? Stop worrying about your girl cheating. Matter of fact, you don't need to worry about none of this shit. A lot of you guys worried about rejection and shit. Don't worry about that. If the chick want to fuck with you, she gonna fuck with you. If she don't, she don't. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to 718. Hold on, we're gonna get to 718. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Locar? This is Ruben.
Ruben, what's going on? Did you donate?
Yeah, I donated on Cash App.
All right, that's what's up. Appreciate it. So what's going on?
I had a question about the Bad Boy login. I started last.
Hold on, don't say the password. But what's happening? What's going on?
Well, I don't have the password. That's the problem.
Did you just now purchase the Bad Boy membership?
I purchased it in December, but I didn't. In
December, so it's February now. So you haven't logged in since December?
Yeah, I couldn't get in. I was trying to email, but I couldn't get through.
Nigga, so you waited 2 months and you just now hitting us up? Come on, fam. So, bro, just send me an email at askmrlocario@gmail and tell me. Let's say you have the guy that I called, and then I'll set it up for you.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, so guys, call in Call in number is 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. So 816 call back. 816 call back. And we'll get to your shit. If you guys have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. And remember, guys, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com and make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure you go to both of those .coms, badboymembership.com and masculineidentitymembership.com. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go to both of those .coms. All right, let me try to get, why is 818 not working? 732, what's poppin'? Who this?
Hello?
Hold on.
You got two people on.
Okay, I got two. So let me go. I'm gonna go 818 first and then 732. So 818, what's popping? Who this? Hello? You.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, who's this? Is it 818 or 816?
Yeah, this 816.
All right, what's going on? Did you donate?
Yeah, I donated.
All right, we donated that.
I donated on Cash App.
Cash App. All right, what's the name of the Cash App? Hold on.
I think it's A Hudson.
Okay, I got you. Appreciate it. All right, so what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, family? Yeah. I've called in. I believe I called in the last probably. I don't know. I've called in recently. My previous two issues were number one. The one issue was I wasn't going sexual on the dates. I wasn't saying anything sexual on the dates. I wasn't sexualizing the dates, and I was struggling to close the deal. That was the one. And then the second issue was I was treating the more attractive women differently. Okay. So now what I wanted to do, is run my last date by you and see how you felt about how I did it this time.
All right, cool. So what happened?
Yeah, get your button ready. You know what I mean? Get your button ready. But yeah, okay. So that's cool if I just tell you about my last day, you critique it?
Yeah, go ahead. Real quick. Give me the short version.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you short. Right. Okay, so Walmart, met a girl, attractive, a sexy girl, you know what I mean? One of these bad bitches, essentially.
Right.
I invite her to the bar. So we go to the bar. I get a drink. She gets a drink. I do sexualize it. Well, I did have small talk with her, getting to know her questions. How old are you? What do you do? I did sexualize it though. I told her I was interested in having sex with her. And so she was saying, I don't have sex on the first date. She did say, I don't really, fuck guys on the first night. Okay. I'm like, okay. I was like, but she was like, so she said, because that was after I invited her over. I was like, you should come through to the crib. She was like, I don't go to guys' spots on the first night. She said, but what we can do, we can keep hanging out. If you want, we could keep hanging out. You know what I mean? Sit in the car and talk in the car. So I said, okay, that's cool. Yeah, we can kick it in the car. So we're sitting in the car, we're talking.
Okay.
We start kissing. You said what?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
We start kissing. We're kissing in the car. I'm trying to feel on the titties. I tell her to take the titties out. But she lets me feel the titties, but not under the shirt. So I'm over the top of the shirt grabbing the titties. She refuses to let me see the titties. And
okay, keep going.
Man, press the button again for that.
Right.
But anyway, so I'm unable to actually feel bare titties. I'm feeling on cloth. You know what I mean?
So wait, so what happened? So you tried to go under her shirt, and then what happened?
She tried to wrestle with me for the shirt.
Okay.
So I'm okay. I let that go. All right, cool. So then I said, all right, well, we talked for maybe like 5 more minutes in the car. I tell her, all right, well, I'm about to go home. I'm about to go to the crib. So she says, why do you can kick it with me for a little bit longer. I mean, what are you going to go to the crib and do? And I was like, yeah. So I said, I'm not really going to be doing anything at the crib. I'm just going to be hanging out, watching YouTube, just relaxing. She's like, you can do that here with me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So she was like, I was like, look. So I did kick it with her for like 2 or 3 more minutes.
Oh my!
And then I was like, look, yeah, I'm actually about to go. I mean, if you want to come to my house.
Oh my God.
I know it's a catastrophe, Lucario. It's such a mess.
Bruh.
But anyway, so you want me to continue?
Okay, so what happened? Yeah, keep going real quick. Because what happened at the what's the conclusion?
So anyway, so so I was like, look, you can come to my house if you want to keep hanging out with me. She was like, I don't go to the guy's house on the first date. I was like, okay, that's fine. But I'm still about to go bounce. So she gets out the car. I kiss her on me against her car. Then I leave. Okay. Now I've texted her since then. I asked her, when are you going to be free next? And she said probably on Monday. So I would like to critique, and then where should I take it from here?
Oh man, see, this is I gotta hit you real quick. Okay, so all right, so this is the thing. When you fucked up right when you told her, hey, let's go back to my place, and she said, nah, I'm not doing that, and then you kept spending time with her.
Okay.
You understand? So what happens is, so basically what it is this, right? Remember, in any situation, right, in a relationship, somebody's leading and somebody's following. You understand? Somebody is, the more dominant one, someone's the more submissive one, right? So what happened is that you were leading by saying, hey, let's go to my place. Then she said, no, let's do this other thing. And then what did you do? You did the other thing, which means she is now leading you. You understand? So it went from you leading to her submitting to her leading and you submitting. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then what happened was this is why she was even trying to take it further to say, oh, well, why don't you come over my place and hang out and just chill? Basically, she's like, come do more shit that I want you to do. You see what I'm saying? Right. So what happens is in these situations, whenever you tell a woman, like you're on this date or whatever, you tell a girl, hey, if you want her to come back to your place, you say, hey, come back to my place. She's like, no, I don't really do that on the first date. Oh, that's no problem. Well, listen, this was fun. You have a good night and give me a call when you get home just to make sure you got home safe. And the next time me and you get together, you'll come to my place and we'll make it happen. You see what I'm saying? Okay. That's it. Okay. That's all you got to do. Because what happens is now, because the situation has transpired to you following her, the dynamic is already fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Because then now you might say, hey, come over my place. She'll come over your place and just bullshit with you. You see what I'm saying? Because why should she do whatever you're saying when you're doing whatever she's saying?
Okay, I understand.
You see what I mean?
So what would you do if you was in this situation? Where would you take this from here?
No, if I was in this situation, well, I wouldn't be in this situation because I would have never hung out with her in the car and do all that other extra shit. You feel what I'm saying? Right. But what happened is I would actually charge her to the game. Like I wouldn't even fuck with her. Because the fact is, if you're in a car and y'all kissing and all that other shit, and she doesn't want you to touch her, why would you want to continue to deal with a woman who don't want you to touch her?
Yeah, that's facts. I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
Okay. So you just charge
her. That's done. And so what I'm saying is part of what makes her not want you to touch her is because she's not really that attracted to you. You understand? Which is why in a lot of cases, not all, but a lot of cases, why the chick's like, oh, I don't go to the house on the first date, right? And so what happens is that she likes the attention, but she doesn't like you like that. You see what I'm saying? She likes your attention more than she likes you. You see what I mean? Which is why she was like, oh, you can come by. You ain't gonna do nothing at home. Come by my place and not do anything. You see what I'm saying? Because she likes the attention, but she's not trying to fuck you. Like, what would be the point of you hanging out with her? Because she said we can still hang. For what? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. She wants to use you for attention.
Okay. I got that. Okay, now let's just say, hypothetically speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say the situation went differently. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's just say I let's just say she kissed me, and I invited her over and smashed. Hypothetically speaking,
right?
Are you saying that after a situation like that, don't text the girl or call the girl for a week?
No, you can hit her up, but don't set up something for the week after. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can hit her up the next day, be like, hey, I had a good time. Let's get together next week, Friday. You see what I'm saying?
Next week. Okay.
Yeah, you just set it up for the next week.
Set it up a week. Set it up a week from then.
Yeah. Matter of fact, after you smash, it's good to hit her up the next day on some, checking in. Okay, had a good time. Cool. She says, oh, I had a great time or whatever. And then, set up the next time. That's it.
Okay, you saying just smash them once a week for 3 months? Yeah,
if you're trying to vet them, if you see her as girlfriend potential, if you just see her as fuck buddy potential, then just do it every now and then. You don't have to be, seeing her every week. Every week is only if you see her as girlfriend potential. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, you're not having no text in between that, just for 3 months. Just hey, come over, smash.
Yep, that's it.
Oh damn! Okay. Okay, cool.
Y'all motherfuckers love to talk to these chicks, man. You like?
You said what?
I said y'all motherfuckers love to talk to these women. You be like, damn, I can't. I shouldn't be talking to her for 3 months. Yeah, nigga, just I'll holler at you when I holler at you. Come through tonight. Boom, we do it. I'll hit you up next week. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that, and I guess I got one last question. Now I noticed though I did treat her a little bit different than I would treat like a bitch that I was shaped like Baby Bop, you know what I mean, in the sense that I was very attracted to her physically, so I was kind of on top of her to a degree whenever we were sitting at the bar. Now if it was a bitch that was shaped like SpongeBob, I wouldn't be. You know what I mean? I wouldn't really be doing that.
So you were simping.
Simping. I wouldn't call it simping.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I wouldn't say simping is because I was just closer to her, more looking at her in her eyes, like trying to, show that I'm attracted to her. Whereas if it was a woman that I didn't see as a bad bitch, I wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, that's what makes it simping. You just described simping. You said I'm gonna say exactly what you said in a different way. This woman was hotter than these other type of women, so I acted differently. That's simping.
But I was compelled through the way that I desired her different.
That's what I'm saying. That's simping. See, you desired her differently. Why? What's so different about her that you desired her differently? That's simping. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it's like this, right? If I was on a date with a chick, right? Let's say it's the first date. I get a girl off of Tinder, right?
Okay.
And I'm sitting at the bar, and the girl comes in, and we've been talking for maybe like 5 minutes, right? Somebody could come into the bar and say, "Hey, Locario, we're gonna switch this girl with a different girl," and they could move her and put a whole different girl there, and I'll feel the same. And then 10 minutes later, they'll come be like, "Hey, we're going to switch out this girl for this girl," and I'll still feel the same way, no matter how the fuck the girl looks or whatever. So what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter who the chick is, right? But to you, it matters, which is why it's simping. Because based on who the chick is, you're saying, well, I feel differently because she's this girl versus that girl.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's simping.
So are you telling me that if, let's just say, because I know your type is, April MC, kind of thick, there's a certain style of woman that you are attracted to sexually, right? So
right.
You mean to tell me that if there was, let's just say, like I said, a woman that's shaped like a mascot. You mean to tell me that you would not feel something differently inside of yourself?
No, because what I'm saying is I would be doing the same thing. So let's say
I'm talking about the feeling.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's no feeling.
Do you understand? Like, meaning, so what I'm trying to tell you,
feeling. Sexual desire is a feeling.
No. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's no different feeling based on the woman. Like, the feeling is the same. So if I'm in a situation where I'm inviting the chick, right, to come see me, right, there's potential that she could probably get some dick. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. But what I'm saying is that I'm not going to meet a woman and say, oh man, this girl, I'm definitely going to fuck her versus the other girl I was out with yesterday. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's no difference, no matter how she looks. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Each woman has an equal opportunity to get the dick the same way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm saying is the fact that you're switching it up or feeling differently. So what I'm saying is the simping energy is within you heavy, which is why you feel differently based on the woman. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You see what I'm saying? So you still have that energy within you, which causes you to simp on a subconscious level. You're already simping based off of this chick being this other girl that you just met. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, bro. And so what I'm saying is that type of energy too lends itself or leads itself to having these types of outcomes. Because check this out. Part of what in some cases could have made that girl react the way she reacted to is because she felt that energy that you were like enamored by this chick in some form or fashion. You understand?
Okay.
Which means you're putting her up on a pedestal, and if she's up on a pedestal, where can she look? Down. You see what I'm saying?
Damn, man, I'm in the damn same cycle again.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You got to get out that. All right.
Okay, I understand that. And I just wanted to say one last thing before I went. If you talk trash at me at all while I was on this call, boy, you was a bitch. I just wanted to say that.
Don't worry about them in the chat. Don't worry about them in the chat. All right, brother. I appreciate the call, man. All right, peace. Later. All right. Let's go to 732. 732 is popping. Who this?
Yo, Lucario, this week I donated on Cash App, bro.
Leak, what's going on, fam? What's popping with you?
Yo, chilling. I had a question in chat. I don't know if you saw it, but you mentioned about how if you're in a monogamous relationship that you can't have it both ways. Can you explain on what you mean by that?
Yeah, that means that, well, if you're in a monogamous relationship, you have to choose. You got to choose to be with this one person over being with other people. You see what I'm saying? It's that simple. So you can't be in a monogamous relationship and be like, oh, well, I want to fuck this other person, because then that's cheating. So monogamy creates a situation where it's a closed situation and where that is not going to happen.
But isn't it situations where a woman says that she's going to go hang out with a friend and she realizes she's actually messing with some other dude? That's technically her breaking the rules of her not having it both ways, right?
Yeah, well then that's just her cheating. If she's going to see some other dude and fucking that guy, then she's cheating. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that the desire for her to do that is always there. Do you understand what I'm saying? But see, the issue is that, because what happens is monogamy isn't natural. So in order to be monogamous, you have to make a constant choice to say, I'm going to disregard my desire. But the ironic part is that the more you disregard it, the stronger it is. This is why cheating is so rampant, because what happens is a bunch of people trying to disregard the desire to want to be with other people, but it doesn't work because it's not natural. You see what I'm saying? So that's the issue. You see what I mean?
Right. And when people say polygamy isn't for them, is that them rejecting reality, or what is that?
Yeah, well, the thing is, so what happens is, remember, people are born into a certain mindset when it comes to relationships. You understand? Because they're born into a society where monogamy is the thing. So they're conditioned to be in those type of situations, which causes people to be jealous, which causes people to have insecurities, right? And so what happens is that they'll say, well, polygamy is not for me because, or polyamorous relationships or non-monogamy, I should say, isn't for me, because it's not that they necessarily don't want to do it.
it's because they feel they couldn't because they would be too jealous. But the ironic part is that non-monogamy is for them, because when you're dating someone, you have no choice but to be non-monogamous. Do you see what I'm saying? So if I meet somebody off a dating app, right? I see her, she's seeing another dude, I'm seeing another chick. We're non-monogamous. You see what I'm saying? So you're always non-monogamous before you're monogamous. So even the ironic part is I can't do non-monogamy. You're doing it. You have no choice. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I see that. And one more question. You kind of talked about it with the previous caller, but how do you find that balance between like the flirting and building sexual tension and not like putting the chick on a pedestal? Like, because you said that the chick probably like felt his needy, simpy energy and the energy that felt like she was on a pedestal. So how do you like negate that happening?
Well, you basically have to be the guy that's not that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning, okay, so for example, like, you know, a lot of guys, what happens is their mindset is of a person who's like, well, I need for this to happen and I want her so bad. So if that's your mindset, that comes out in your interaction and that comes out in your energy, right? And so what happens is there's certain things that people pick up on with energy, shit you can't even see, you just sense it. So I can literally say the same thing another guy said and it's going to come off different. And the reason why it's going to come off different is because in my situation, what I'm saying, right, is coming from a mindset of non-needy, non-detached energy. Whereas the other guy is saying it in a sense where he's like, oh man, I need this to happen. I want this to go down. And so that is not only happening within that particular moment, it happened throughout the entire situation. So when I first, let's say, for example, when I first walked into the bar and I saw the girl or whatever, right? And I give her a hug and shit, and I'm confident and I'm just chilling back, shooting the shit, talking to her and all that other stuff. And I'm just being cool, calm and collected, all that other stuff. And then I say to her, hey, listen, I think we need to go back to my place. Right now, the other guy comes into the spot, right? He comes, he gives her a little pat hug, and he's kind of nervous. He's like being very awkward. He doesn't know what to say. And, he's apologizing to her for a little shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like get too close to you, whatever. And hey, I was just wondering like, this and that, and asking her boring ass questions and, being very weird and shit. And then he says, I was thinking we should go back to my place, right? We both said the same shit, but we had our interactions throughout the entire situation was totally different based on our mindset. You see what I'm saying? So he's putting on a pedestal where I'm not. You see what I mean? And so that happens within everything you do. It's the way you talk, the way you walk. You understand what I'm saying? The tone of your voice, the things that you're saying, all these things add up to her understanding, okay, yeah, this is a guy who, like, it was funny. I've been on lots of dates, right? And I've heard on a number of occasions, because I don't actually talk to women before the date. I just set the date and I tell them to meet me somewhere. And you know what I hear? You know what I hear most of the time? Women will be like, oh, this is so weird because, I usually never meet a guy unless we have a conversation first, so we talk, right? But why did they meet me without having a conversation or talking? Because when they saw my profile, they saw the pictures, they saw the bio, and from that, they're like, okay, this guy seems like he knows what he's doing. I don't need to talk to this guy. I can tell that I'm probably going to have a good time with this guy. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about, where everything matters. You see what I mean? And they can pick up on this because I might remind them of another guy who knew what the fuck he was doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how it happens.
Like I've been in a similar situation where it's like I've been on dates where one chick was like, I thought it was okay and I was more relaxed, versus another one where I was more attracted to her and I wasn't so relaxed. So I kind of get used to that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
They can pick up on that shit. Just like how you can pick up on a situation where a girl is very, very
cooperative with you versus a girl who's standoffish. Like you can sense it, you feel it. You're like, man, this girl right here, she's like, she kind of a little standoffish. She got a little attitude with her versus another girl. She's smiling, bubbly, and you're like, damn, this chick is all over me. You feel what I'm saying? You can feel it. It's a different energy. It's a different vibe. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, and that just comes with experience, or just
yes,
you just gotta switch in the mind.
Yes, it's experience, because the experience is going to show you. The experience shows you similar patterns. That's what's up with the game. So what happens is that you see similar patterns. So what happens is if I go out with this girl and she's cooperative, and I go out with this other girl and she's cooperative, and I go out with a third girl and she's cooperative, all three of those girls have something similar vibe, a similar energy towards me. And so if I go out with the fourth girl and I'm like, man, this fourth girl, she's totally opposite than these other girls. She's being uncooperative. So now I go out with a fifth girl. She's also uncooperative and she reminds me of the fourth girl. So now I have a blueprint of this is how women act when they're cooperative. This is how women act when they're not cooperative. I noticed these three girls, I had an easier time talking to them. Shit was running smooth and we got shit popping. These other girls, it was like pulling teeth. You see what I'm saying? But that comes with experience. So now when I'm dating or I'm interacting with women, I'm just looking for the similar characteristics in other girls who's going to cooperate. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I'm not in the cooperative sense. It's just like dealing with women who you're more attracted to versus ones that you're not really all attracted to.
Yeah, but that also comes with you being able to, be like, for example, if you're dating, women that you consider more attractive on a consistent basis, then a lot of times you'll calm down because what happens is that when the girl who's hot is rare, you're like, oh shit, she's hot. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I want this to work, blah, 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 blah. But if all the girls you're dating are girls you're attracted to, then that cancels itself out, right? And then therefore it don't mean shit. And therefore it's just it's whatever to you now. You see what I'm saying? And that makes you more attractive. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, I need to start getting more attractive women. I'll be dating women I think they're okay, that I can deal with. So I'm gonna start getting on that.
All right.
All right, appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, my brother. All right. So I'm gonna cut the phone lines off real quick and I'm gonna get to these questions and we're gonna wrap this shit up. All right. So this says, is it a red flag if a female has had a celebrity crush and I'm in a monogamous relationship with her? Nah, listen, man. Chicks are gonna have celebrity crushes, man. Chicks, they're gonna have celebrity crushes. Just don't take her to if her celebrity crush is Usher, don't take her to the concert and don't be in the front row because you gonna feel some type of way. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna feel some type of way. Usher gonna bring your chick on stage. He gonna be whispering in her ear. He gonna be like, they call me USHER, and you gonna be tight. You're gonna be like, yo, you're gonna be another nigga on the fucking videos looking tight. Oh man, that's crazy. This says, LaCar, have you seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut? Oh, with Tom Cruise, it definitely has something to do with. Yeah, definitely. Eyes Wide Shut was dope. You guys should check that shit out. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that be happening behind the scenes that niggas don't know about. What about when females give gifts and money to their man? Wouldn't that be her doing her man favors? No, she's doing that because if she gives her man gifts and he likes it, right? That means that that's more investment that he's going to give to her, which means it benefits her because she has a man more invested in her. Listen, guys, anything your woman is doing, right, is for her, but it's going through you. You understand what I'm saying? So if your girl buys a gift for you or buys you something nice or does something nice for you, yeah, she's doing that on the surface level for you. But what happens is that that's really for her. You understand? Matter of fact, it makes her feel good to do those things. So she's getting a energetic high of doing that, and it makes her feel like, oh, cool. So now I'm doing these things. He loves me more. We have a deeper connection, and therefore I have a more consistent and reliable and man, and I have a more secure relationship. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you guys got to understand. Everything you do in a relationship, right, is
understand that it's really for you. You understand what I'm saying? It's really for you. How do you switch from how is it to have a perfect relationship and her complaining about her dude to you being sexual with her? You're talking about like if a guy says, how do you have the perfect relationship? And then she complains about all the shit about her dude. So basically, what it is, again, it's really just positioning, meaning that everything. So if you're automatically a guy who has game, if you got game, then it's going to emanate through the interaction because you're just basically going to be flirting with her like how you flirt with any other woman. And then she's allowing it because she's attracted to you, right? And you having a conversation and talking about her man, it doesn't need to be throughout the entire conversation. But what happens is that all it does is that it's a thing to solidify that y'all two know she got a man. So if anything happens after this fact, it's under that premise. You understand what I'm saying? And what it is that it shows you that if she's willing to keep it going with you, with, the knowledge that she has a man, is showing that she wants it to go down. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see where he's at. Would a married woman be more enticed knowing that you are flirting with a woman are married? So you're saying that would she be more enticed because wouldn't a married woman be more enticed knowing that you're flirting with a woman is married? Well, yeah, that's the thing, is that because she's married and she's married, she said she's married and she's still flirting, right? That's showing you she's opening up the situation. See, women know this. Women know that if, they're putting shit out there, right, that they're going to attract men. So she's purposely, allowing you to do your thing to see if we could take it to that next level. The thing is, you as a man, you got to make sure that if that was the direction you were going in, and remember, I tell you guys, don't do this, but I'm just saying, you need to be able to take it in a direction to see if she's really about it versus her just being an attention whore. You said, do you think men should look for signs that a woman is cheating on them? No, I don't think so. I think that's a waste of time. If you do find out, though, then just keep it moving and charge it to the game. What do you think about the guy saying it's cool if you go out on a trip, but you got to get an STD and pregnancy test when you come back? If you're positive on either or refuse, we're done. Yeah, that's not gonna work, King. Right, your name is King Wee Wee. Hilarious. That's not gonna work. That's already showing that's way too much insecurity and shit. That's gonna, that type of energy, you're gonna fuck up your relationship anyway. This says, is it ever okay to pick up a girl on the first date? She lives 10 minutes from me and 5 away from the bar, but doesn't have a car. No, tell that chick, take her ass in an Uber and meet you there. Don't pick chicks up. Tell them to meet you at the place. Says, when you looked for a married woman, was it your evil way to get back at Sims for ruining women, or was it a fetish? Now, listen, I used to do this shit, because I thought it was fun, because I could. And, there were times I would do it just for spite, because I would just do that type of shit, because there's nothing that that annoyed me more than self-righteous motherfuckers who thought they knew they knew all the things. Oh, women would never do that. My woman would never do. Okay, really? Your woman ain't gonna do that? All right, we'll see. We will see. We will see. Like, I used to do some. Listen, I used to mess with chicks at parties while their boyfriends is in the other room. I'm saying it was ridiculous. Like, the boyfriend didn't know, but I'll be in another room filling up his girl, doing all this other goofy shit. She's making it happen, and we're in the same apartment, and he had no idea. You understand? Like,
had no idea. But that's how the game goes, people. But listen, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm about to wrap this shit up. So make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com so you can get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com. And I think I see 321. 321, you got to call back tomorrow on tomorrow's show on the Real Game No Theory show because I got to run. But call it tomorrow and we will make that happen. But make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com, badboymembership.com, and check us out and get up on all those memberships so you can step up your game, people. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm out of here. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone.
The flow is back, I spoke it's facts, no holding back. I'm dope, I'm crack, I am the best, and you know the rest is cap. I'll blow the back out your bitch, your hoe is whack. You the type of guy to throw $1 at her. I'm the type to fucking pop my collar at her. They say she belongs to the streets, but you too pussy to go in the streets and holler at her. Internet niggas be mean as shit. They be typing all the hate behind the screens and shit. Talk tough, picture that like a meme, but when I see them in the street, they be like, man, I ain't mean that shit. Okay. You tryna be known, nigga. I'm tryna be left alone, nigga. Ain't tryna be online with you talking about nothing and wasting time. I'm a grown nigga. They take my kindness for weakness. Always I gotta speak this realness. See, I'm a genius, nigga. I never sneak this. I'm just leaving them speechless. Cause these niggas is fake. I'm spitting truth. They gotta eat this. Let's go. I've always been gorgeous. Your girl always adored this. They say you're nobody's perfect. Call me a nobody because I'm flawless. I'ma keep spitting, man. Fuck a chorus. Can't give up my heart. It's locked in storage. I grew up on Aki and Saltfish. New York nigga ain't never been to Secaucus. You talk shit, I talk more shit. Miss me with the horse shit. All these bitches on horse shit. Y'all trying to ignore it. Your swagger is Norbit. Y'all niggas my sons. That's why you support abortion. Y'all niggas be courting bitches. They just do what I said. You gave her your bread, she gave me your bread. She ain't pay your bills, she paid me instead. She ain't suck your dick, she gave me your head. You know how you could tell that I'm winning? Cause haters don't hate losers, they love how I'm living. This open shit got you thinking that you could grope my chick, but niggas ain't got enough game to fuck with my women. Listen, I fuck your bitch right in front your kids. I'ma suck my dick while she drunk with my kids, and I touch her tits, and I'll choke that whore while she's on the floor and she begs for more. Pick up your bitch, then I'll make you watch while I smash her box, and she grabs my cock, put it down her throat, and she starts to choke, and you stare in shock, and you hope it stops cause it makes you sick, and you can't take it, but she can't take dick cause I make her hot. I'm so disrespectful cause they ain't show respect when they know respect's due. I'm so disrespectful cause they ain't show respect when they know